Good morning, my dear children. Dear children, in this video we are discussing about a critical assessment of health infrastructure. Here mainly we are discussing about 2 points. First part we are discussing what are the challenges and otherwise weakness that we are facing related with the health sector, and where we have to give more focus, otherwise where giving importance we should reduce these weaknesses. And the second part we are discussing about the important steps that we can adopt for reducing these deficiencies. So firstly we will discuss about the challenges faced by the Indian health sector. The first point that is unequal distribution. Unequal distribution, here we are discussing both about the health care institutions, and we are also discussing about the manpower, otherwise the number of the doctors and other paramedical staff. See, in one of our previous video, I already told you that means actually the gap is there between the rural and the urban areas. Though more amount of the Indian population they are living in the rural area, the number of the health related institutions and hospitals that is less in the rural area. And another point is that in the most of these institutions they are facing the lack of experts in this, otherwise employees in these institutions. Then this we should reduce this, means actually if there is no proper health institutions, and in that institutions also if there is no sufficient number of the manpower, then it is a big challenge for our health sector. Second point is mismatch between personnel and infrastructure. Here we are discussing about this more focus we are giving to the point of in employees, otherwise doctors and paramedical staff. Then children, every year actually number of like near about 44,000 medical graduates every year. They are coming from the medical colleges, means every year new batch, means near about 44,000 of the doctors they are coming from these medical colleges. But still, means what happened, we are facing the problem of these doctors in our medical institutions. Point already in the previous video I told you that means many of the doctors what they are doing, they are moving to other countries because of financial reasons, means they may be getting better placement, they may be getting better salary in these institutions, so they are moving abroad. Next problem we are facing, that is poor sanitation facilities. Poor sanitation facilities means we don't have, especially the rural area, even in the urban area also some of the areas are there, means many of the houses they don't have the proper sanitation facilities. As a result of many of the communicable diseases that is spreading. Then the next problem is that about unregulated private sector. Unregulated private sector means actually I told you more number of hospitals that is working in the private sector. But one of the problem related with this is that means there is no proper authority for regulating the services of this private sector medical institutions. So as a result of that means actually more exploitation is taking place. Um, and not only that, in some of these private institutions means they are actually the question is there about the qualification of the practitioners in that institutions. Then next point is about the communicable, means the spread of communicable diseases, means nowadays in India many communicable diseases are there. We can keep the corona in one side. Not other than this also, because that came these days. Other than this also, AIDS, otherwise HIV, these type of many of otherwise many waterborne diseases because of the this mosquitoes. It maybe means many of these communicable diseases are spreading in our country. That is also a big threat for our society. So what are the problems we discussed, challenges we discussed? First point that was about unequal distribution, then a mismatch between the infrastructure and the personnel, otherwise the staff. And third point that was about the deficiency related with the sanitation. And the fourth point that was about unregulated private sector and its services. Then and the last point is the threat of communicable diseases. And now the second part we are going to discuss about what are the measures to solve these deficiencies. We can solve through some of the steps. If we are adopting some of the steps, we are able to solve this. First one is decentralization of public health services. This point we are discussing about that means actually, of course, we know that means this health means that is a basic human right. Then all the citizens can get better health facilities if public health services are decentralized. Means actually, if instead of keeping in few hands, instead of keeping in a centralized that means if it is if more number of the institutions that is opening, then as a result of that means many of the people, means the majority of the people, they will be getting the benefit from that. Here in students we can say that it means for one particular district, means if there is only one district hospital or something like that, means actually everybody will be moving to that. So that centralization should not be there. More number of the hospitals, then as in one particular area people are going to one hospital, then another hospital is there for another area. Many more number of this institution, this healthcare institutions, means area wise also. Then as a result of that means people, they are having many choices, then they will be getting better services also. Otherwise in one hospital, otherwise limited number of the hospital is there and everybody is going, then for the staff also it will be difficult. The type of the services that people are receiving, that also will be not that much good. So decentralization is required. Next is to create maximum awareness among the people, means we are able to use the internet facility also, otherwise the TV, the newspapers, by using these different medias, even FMs, means to give maximum awareness among the people related with the health and what are the requirements, otherwise about the different diseases, give awareness to the people. Next point is about effective primary health centers. Make the primary health centers more effective. Especially it is applicable in the case of rural areas, because I told you in the rural areas the people, they are depending the primary health centers. So maximum try to make it more effective. Okay, improve the services and the quality of the quality of the primary health centers. Then the next is about the accessibility and affordability of the health care. Accessibility and affordability of the health care. It means that already I told you one point about the gap between rich and poor, and the gap between rural and urban people. So it is a time that we should take effective steps to reduce the divide. Otherwise, if still we are ignoring this divide, in future it will become, the gap will become more wide. So the government also, the responsible authorities, whoever it is, means they should take the initiative steps for reducing the gap between this rich and poor, otherwise rural and urban. Otherwise it will become more wide and it will lead to more complicated stage. And the last point, that is about to attract private sector and foreign investment in the health sector. So it will be improving the quality, more quality it will bring in the health sector. So students, that is about today's class. So what are the points we discussed? Firstly, we discussed about the different challenges faced by the Indian healthcare sector, and second portion, second there part we discussed about the second part we discussed about the important steps we should adopt for reducing these challenges. Okay, students. Now after this, all of you read the NCERT book. By this we have reached the end of this chapter, infrastructure. Okay, students. Have a nice day.